Good morning. My name is Officer Jamie Donahue from the Falmouth Police Department, and today we are going to take a look at the hidden in plain sight mock bedroom setup. And we're going to start right over here on my left with a bike pump in the kids' room with a 2-liter bottle of Coke and what we would see as a cork. Some items of interest here because what kids can do is they can put the cork in that bottle, use the bike pump to fuel the bottle with air, and what kids can actually do with this is smoke alcohol, which is one method that they can use to ingest alcohol. Some other items of interest that you might see here is stickers on the nightstand. Here we have an MMA sticker, Mass Maritime Academy, seemingly harmless. But then you look at the sticker on the front, it says Bake Brothers, and there is a bong in the B. Not too different in appearance from this MMA sticker, but this could indicate marijuana use and or support. Some other items of interest right here on the nightstand, a flashlight. Anywhere that there are storage areas for batteries, kids could use to put other things. So we open the back of the flashlight and we have Tic Tacs used to show that they could be pills. Some other items of interest right here on the nightstand is this bracelet. This is what could appear to be just a braided bracelet, but what it actually is a one-hitter hookah bracelet, and it unscrews, and it is right more or less hidden in plain sight on the nightstand. Same thing with this watch. A seemingly kid takes off the watch, throws it on the nightstand. What it could actually be is, in this case, it opens up. It can be a hide, and in this case, this watch is a grinder used for grinding marijuana to a smokable size. Some other items of interest is a Red Bull. Not the best choice for a teenager to be drinking. Not the healthiest choice, and it will also keep them up. Arizona iced tea, and then what appears to be a can of Sprite, but it is what we would refer to as a hide. You open up the can of Sprite, and there is a storage area right inside. In this case, we have rolling papers and mock marijuana right there on the nightstand with the other drinks that you wouldn't necessarily think to go through. Also on the nightstand, you have what appears to be a leaf. It is actually a marijuana leaf. Again, just another sign and or symptom or tool of drug use. What we have here, cotton balls used for heroin. If you see paper towel, there's a dryer sheet stuffed inside. The significance of this is if somebody is not supposed to be smoking in the house and this is a good filter. They will use it to blow the air out. The dryer sheet masks the smell, and they could use that right out their bedroom window so that it's not so easily recognizable for mom and dad what's going on inside of the bedroom. Regular mints, sprays, body sprays, air freshener that could be used for masking odors within a teenager's bedroom. Obvious sign of concern would be shot glasses, ping pong balls. We have a lot of athletes in our community, a lot of teenage athletes. What they can do, and this is a regular tennis ball, this one here has a slit cut in. You'll see a cut straw, you'll see pills, and it's a pretty good hide to hide other things in, pretty inconspicuous hide. What else I have in this nightstand are an abundance of Tootsie Rolls. What people are doing with the Tootsie Rolls is they're putting them in the microwave, they're melting them down ever so slightly, and then they're putting pills inside, rolling the Tootsie Roll back up, and they can have them right in class, they can have them right at the store, right anywhere in public. It looks like you're having a Tootsie Roll. You could give your friend a Tootsie Roll, but really there's pills inside, and it's a one way to mask what they're actually doing. Also in this drawer, you'll find things like gummy bears. Some things that we are seeing with the gummy bears is kids are soaking them in vodka. And again, you can eat those in plain sight, but what they really are alcohol gummies at that point. Other items that I have in here, 5-hour energy. It's a talking point, maybe not the best choice for your kid to be up all night on energy drinks. So we're going to open that second drawer, and can of Coke. Looks very similar to the can of Sprite, except for this is an actual just can of Coke. You'll find more filters, anything aerated, like this, is a sign of concern because it could be used as a whippet for inhaling. So big indicators if you have whipped cream in your bedroom. Also, what kids will do, the cleaners for the keyboards that are same idea. These types of cups kids will often use for a game called beer pong. So if you see this with ping pong balls like this, that's a sign or symptom that your kid is drinking, maybe underage drinking. Unless they're 21, they shouldn't be doing that. Pacifiers and lollipops. If you're coming across this in a bedroom, these are signs for concern because kids who are on, I think it's Molly, will have a tendency to want to suck on something. And I don't know a 16-year-old that needs baby pacifiers in their nightstand drawer. So definitely a sign of concern. Eye drops. If you see eye drops, usually to mask red eyes from marijuana use. And we'll see other items, some that are just, kids accumulate things. Believe it or not, a tampon can be a sign of concern because what kids are doing with the tampons is they're soaking them in alcohol, inserting them, and getting drunk from the effects. And we'll just take a peek at the very last drawer here. And we'll find incense, used to mask odor. Again, lollipops for that sucking on the effects of Molly. At-home drug test marijuana, they're testing themselves. Vanilla extract, they could be drinking that to become intoxicated. Tic Tacs to mask breath. We have cell phone in here. Random ties, shoelaces, could be used as a tourniquet, so that is an item of concern. Razors are an item of concern if they're in an area where a person is not meant to shave, because these could be a sign or a tool of cutting. So again, something important to pay attention to. Other items in here, you'll find candles, passion flower herbal supplement, and then little things like this. This is, if you open this up, you'll find a cotton swab, a straw, and a white powdery substance. Could possibly be cocaine. So just takes opening that up to know what's inside. On the floor, as demonstrated in a messy teenager's bedroom, there's a pair of socks. On these socks, there are marijuana pot leaves. Mom or dad might just think that it's a cute design. But again, it's a sign or that there is marijuana use or support. So if we just open up the pocket on the sweatshirt, you see a Smirnoff root beer, the popular choice because it smells like root beer on the breath, in the sweatshirt. So we're going to move over to the desk area. And you might see books on your child's nightstand. A dictionary is a little concerning, believe it or not, because what kid does not have access to a computer where they can look up anything and everything? In this particular book, there's a cutout. You just cut some pages with a knife, and then you can hide items in it, and it's completely flat. So again, right on the nightstand. Other items of concern, if your kid has beer caps, you have to wonder where these came from and why do they have them. Mirrors and CD cases, jewel cases. These are significant because these are used for cutting drugs or putting things that they need to cut on them. So it is a tool of drug use. We have here a pencil sharpener, which isn't that out of the ordinary. However, if you open this, marijuana. And they kind of look like pencil shavings. So it's right in plain sight. Doesn't look that inconspicuous. However, it is a drug. Balloons. And these particular balloons, they're tied off, and inside are Tic Tacs used to simulate pills. But we have some tied, some not tied. These are a good tool for kids or for people in general to used to carry and transport pills, and also if they have a cavity within the body that they want to have these items in, they'll often put them in a balloon. So we look at what would be a pencil drawer. Most kids have one, a junk drawer, a pencil cup. In here we have crazy glue. A good majority of people involved in drugs may know that they can sniff glue. Same thing with markers. Right here we have a bent spoon. It's colored on the bottom it's colored on the bottom to represent being burned. And it's bent for cooking drugs. You have a straw, unless it's in a juice. I can't think of why you would have that unless you are snorting a substance. Also, we have vapes. These could be used for smoking oils. They could also be used for smoking what we would call hashish oil or marijuana, also referred to as dabs. It's a brown substance that's often found on wax paper, and it's a tiny little bit will get you higher than regular marijuana. In here, just Pringles. It could be a good spot for a hide, but it could also indicate getting the munchies. Another hide here is the Sunkist. It's actually a safe. It looks like a bottle of soda or a can of soda, but when you open it up, there's a balloon in there, and that balloon does have pills inside. Febreze to mask odors, tissue box. There's pills in there. If you wiggle it around, you can hear it. A regular family photo, anywhere that there's a hide, you can use to hide things. In this particular case, there isn't anything in there. Water bottles. That's just a regular water bottle. Whoop. This is a hide. The water moves around on the top. You notice it doesn't move around on the bottom. It looks relatively normal until you take it apart, and then there's a good cavity in there for hiding things such as marijuana. This is oregano, but it's to signify marijuana. And when it's put together, looks like just a bottle of water. Moving along this way, we have other items that you might see. Incense to mask odors within the room. We have Claritin. We have cups with ping pong. This is what kids will sometimes use to play the game beer pong. Another item that we have in here is a hand warmer. People who have to be drug tested, urine tested, will sometimes have hand warmers, because if they don't have a clean urine specimen and they have a friend who is willing to offer them a clean urine specimen, they will warm it up with hand warmers so that when they take their test, the urine that they're using is in fact warm. Another item that you might find here, and it just came undone because it wasn't screwed in, is a hairbrush. Seemingly everyday item, but it has a hide right there in the top. And then this clicks on, and you can brush your hair with it. Cell phone, you're going to see in pretty much every kid's room. I would suggest, if you are a parent who their child has a cell phone, not letting them keep it in their bedroom all night, because when you think they're asleep, they're usually on the phone, and you're not really monitoring what they're doing, and they're up all night. Hence some of those 24-hour energy drinks, maybe in the morning, that's what they're taking to make it through the day. What we have here are what looks like Aqua Skin Enriching Moisturizer, all these lotions, but what they really are is they are flasks, and you open them up and they aren't lotion. This is probably water inside, but it's to represent alcohol, because you can take it right to the beach, you can take it right to school, it's in your backpack, it's a flask, but it's not lotion inside. It's used for smuggling alcohol, and that's what it's made to do. A clock, which might be hanging on their wall. You see that there's places for it to hang. Has a hinge here. It's actually a safe. And in this particular case, there's a funnel and there's some pills. But you see how large it is. You could store quite a bit in here if you wanted to. And it looks just like a clock. One thing that you might want to do if you are checking your kids' room and you are suspicious is going through the trash. You have a lot of baggies, specifically corner cut baggies. That is a sign that they may be selling or using drugs. ginseng, stuff like that. So the trash is something that you would want to make sure you look into. Cigarettes, if your child is not 18, they shouldn't be smoking. But let's open it up and see what's inside. A lighter, some corner cut baggies, a cigarette, and also what looks like a cigarette, but is actually a one-hitter pipe used to smoke marijuana. So if you knew about the cigarettes, just say, right next to it is a marijuana pipe, and doesn't really look all that different. And that's right in the beach bag or whatever bag this is hanging on the chair. I don't think there's any items of interest inside of here. And then the last area that I don't think that we've looked through is the clothes basket. So just a real quick, and we found the mother stash, marijuana. It's oregano used to simulate marijuana, but very easy to hide, not a very small item, right there in the bottom of the laundry. So I think we've hit all the items of concern. The majority of the items are mixed in with things that aren't concerning, because that's what you'll find in an actual teenage bedroom. And I hope this has educated somebody today.